Greetings, good people. All right, we got a new reality TV show on deck, House of Villains. It premieres on the E Network, and I am excited. This is right up my alley. I love this kind of like challenge, working hard for money, alliances type of reality show. Okay. So there are 10 contestants and everyone is competing for the cash prize. I think it's either 200,000 or 250,000. I can't remember. All right. So episode 1 premiered recently. I got a chance to sit down and watch it in its entirety. And I'm here for the cast. I'm here for the premise of the show. I'm here for the drama. Okay. The nostalgia was so overwhelming for me. The people that you see on the screen right now in this thumbnail are the only people that I recognize, all right? But again, there's a cast of 10 and everybody is competing for the cash prize, all right? So we have Bobby Lights, which I thought was interesting to add him to the cast. I think he is good for TV. He's probably going to be like the comic relief. I don't see him winning and sticking it out to the end. Okay. So far, Bobby seems to be adjusting very well. It's the first episode, so it's too soon to tell what's going to happen. I know who I'm rooting for, and I will say so at the end of this recap. All right. They have Johnny Fairplay. He is apparently from Survivor. Have no idea who he is. And Fisa, was she from 90 Day Fiance? We got Miss Tanisha, who I immediately recognized. She was from the Bad Girls Club. That's actually the last time that I watched the Bad Girls Club, when Tanisha was on there. So that was good to see her. My main man, 100 grand, Johnny Bananas. This is a OG, triple OG. All right. If you watch the challenge, Real World Road Rules challenge, then you are very familiar with Mr. Johnny Bananas. This is who I'm rooting for. I'm just going to say it now. I got my eye on him, okay, because he is not new to this. He is totally true to this type of reality TV show, okay. Then we have Tiffany New York Pollard. She's one of the ones that I recognize. You know her as New York from Flavor of Love. She's been on a couple of other reality TV shows as well. So it's good to see her. Omarosa, okay, got all the girls shook, shaking in their boots. All right, that's another OG that I recognize. Corinne, I think she's the weakest link in my personal opinion. I am not familiar with her. She is from The Bachelorette, like some sort of specialty spinoff of The Bachelorette. You might be out of your league, sis. Jax Taylor, I have no idea who he is. And then there's Shake. Don't know who he is either. One of them is from Vanderpump Rules. I never watched Vanderpump Rules. Anyway, this is a good cast. They got my man Joel from Talk Soup. Y'all remember that show on E? He is the host. And they live in this beautiful mansion, and everyone is there to win. All right. So the first assignment or challenge, I should say, was they were out on this big field and everyone had these big plastic balls, and the objective is to kind of knock your opponent off the field, knock their ball off the field. Okay. Omarosa's strategy was that she was just going to pretty much sit pretty, and her and Johnny Bananas pretty much shook hands because Johnny is very physically fit, and again, he is not new to any sort of like challenge like this anyway. So he and Omarosa, they shook hands. He agreed not to knock her ball out of the field, which he easily could have done, in exchange for her saving him. Yes, there's eliminations with this, all right? So at the end of each episode, there are going to be 3 people who are up for elimination, all right? And one person will basically go home. So I think Corinne is the weakest link. And here's why I said that. When Omarosa entered the house, Corinne decided to try to introduce herself, I guess. And she felt a little entitled. She felt that Omarosa should, acknowledge her. So she was trying to get to know Omarosa, and Omarosa basically told her to Google her. I think that Omarosa sensed that Corinne was very timid and weak, and she tried to, assert herself. Omarosa paid her dust, ignored her. She was having a conversation with either Shake or Jax. I can't remember who it was. And she totally ignored her. So Corinne threw a temper tantrum. She was very upset. and she demanded that Omarosa speak to her. Omarosa ignored her like she was a child throwing a temper tantrum. And Miss Corinne, who was roommates with New York, stomped up the stairs. She threw a fit. In her confessional, she was very aggressive. And I'm gonna be honest with you, she was one of the ones up for an elimination, and I want her to go. I didn't like her attitude and the way that she was speaking as if, ugh, the nerve of Omarosa. Does she know who I am? You're such an a-hole. If I leave, everyone is going to hate this show. She just really acted like a brat. And it seems that she doesn't understand the premise of this show and the challenge, because I don't think that she's here to win. I think she was here to cause drama, and she thinks people are going to fall at her feet. Listen, it's the first episode. That's the impression that I got from her. And I am glad that Omarosa paid her dust. Anyway, Omarosa ended up being the winner of the first challenge. And as part of her winnings, she got to be pampered for a day, and she was allowed to take two people from the house with her. She took Tanisha and she took Bobby Lights. So I think she did that to kind of size them up. It's really hard to tell when Omarosa is being genuinely kind or she's just playing the game. Because she has been in reality TV for so long, she's always playing the game. You know what I mean? And I don't fault her. As far as Omarosa is concerned, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not rooting for her. I think that she is great for TV. And I don't know how interesting this would be without Omarosa in the house. I think she's great for TV. So is New York. I think Johnny Bananas is great for TV too. But I want to see Omarosa get dragged up out of that house like she got dragged up out of the White House. Okay, we ain't forget, sis. We ain't forget. And you still not invited to the cookout. Like I said, I'm rooting for my boy, Johnny Bananas. I think that Omarosa and Johnny, she knows his track record and he knows hers. So, I think it's going to be interesting to see if they're the last two standing, because only one person can win the prize. I do love the way that the elimination process is set up. Like I said, this is very nostalgic. It's very much real world road rules challenge-esque. And then you have the OG reality TV stars. This is a good show. E has never disappointed me throughout the years when it comes to reality television. I think they know exactly what the people want. They know how to cast a show. And like I said, Joel being the host, Mr. Talk Soup, that's nostalgic as heck. Anyway, if you guys have not seen this show, I encourage you to find it. Find this show. It airs on E. They might have some episodes somewhere else. Let me not say too much. But find this show and watch it. If you are a fan of like the old school type of reality TV shows, competition, elimination process type of stuff, Survivor-esque, the challenge-esque type of shows, this is going to be up your alley. But yeah, Miss Omarosa, I'm not scared of Omarosa. I do think she's good TV. She got the other girls and guys shook. But Jax, who's up for elimination? I think Jax, Shake, and Corinne. They're up for elimination. I want Corinne to go. The episode ended before we found out who was sent home. The Omarosa was sitting on the throne, rightfully so. We're not gonna act like she's not reality TV royalty. So it's not too much to really get into because this is only the first episode. I got my eye on everybody, but I am rooting for my boy Johnny Bananas. If he gets sent home, I'm going to be devastated. Bobby Lights, I think that this is cute for him. Something different outside of Love and Hip Hop. He's from Love and Hip Hop, Miami. So this is cute. I think this is cute for him. I don't think that he's going to last to the end, and I do think he's going to bring a little bit of like drama to the show, and that's fine. Tanisha, yeah, listen, I don't know if y'all want to get Tanisha too turned up, but I just hope that she is smart and not just full of emotions like she was back in the day. It's been a long time since I've seen her on anything. I haven't watched anything that she was a part of since Bad Girls Club, and that was many, many, many moons ago. I think the fan favorite is probably going to be New York, I guarantee. And Omarosa is going to be the top villain, but it's going to be between Omarosa and Johnny, in my opinion. I'm making my early predictions now. So this was a cute first episode. Very, very cute. I look forward to this season of this show. I wonder if they're going to make this a recurring thing. So let me know if you saw this show, if you plan on watching it, if you heard of it. and plan on watching it. I encourage you to watch it. If this is your thing, then I think you're going to enjoy the the layout and the way this show is set up. So I don't want to be on here too long. What I want you to do is drop down in the comments. Please share your thoughts if you saw the show. Who are you rooting for? Will you be watching? Did you watch it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let's chit chat in the comments. And I'm definitely going to be adding this to my lineup because this is going to keep me interested. All the other shows, I lose interest very quickly, but this is right up my alley. This is the type of reality show that I like. All right, so that was real quick. I will see you guys next time for episode 2, and we will find out who was eliminated from the first episode. All right, that's all I got, and I'll talk to you later.